Hey guys, this is A. Renee from Journal, Jot, and Jot. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, what's going on, y'all? All right, we are here. Y'all done seen by this title, it is time to get prepared for back to school. It's back to school shopping, how to prepare for back to school shopping on a limited income, if that's your story. And it may not be your story that you have a limited income, but you are just all over the place when it comes to preparing for back to school. All right, so I'm your girl. I actually love back to school shopping and I like finding good deals. All right, but with that being said, y'all, you gotta have a plan. All right, so you can't just go into the stores all willy-nilly and you're just picking up stuff, you're buying stuff, and you really are just aimlessly shopping. And then at the end, we run into everybody complaining on social media about how there's too many supplies to buy, back to school, this is expensive, this is that. And here's the thing, y'all. It's not necessarily that it's expensive, it's just that you're unprepared. And it's okay. We're at the stage in life where we need to recognize change is good, all right? So with that being said, I know a lot of you all that are watching are probably from the planner community or the journal community, and we are lovers of all things paper and all the above. With that being said, y'all, go ahead and pull out these fancy notebooks that we have, because I know y'all feel like that's just going to make you more productive. So I kind of want to show you how to use some of the things that you have to prepare for back to school shopping, because it makes us feel good to use those things that we like. And we're in a season where we need to shop our stash and use those things. All right, so the two things that I'm going to show you that I'm going to use for planning, and let me change the angle of that. I was trying to be really cute and show y'all my little sign that said write your heart out, and we don't have time for that, but I forgot to light my candle, y'all, so y'all have to wait for that too. Just a little bit. All right, y'all, so this video is going to be a little more relaxed. This is not going to be, you know, super hi guys, this is y'all know we about to kind of just, we're going to school. All right, so get your notepad, your paper, your notebook, whatever you need, so that when it's time to go shopping, y'all are prepared. I am looking for a pen that I want to use, and I guess we're gonna roll with this. All right, so these are the two notebooks that I have. One is the Happy Notes. Y'all know when this little notebook came out and everybody ran to the store and you needed 800 items and all this paper and all these inserts. Here it is, here it goes. We're gonna use something out of here. I'm gonna show you how to use that. And or if you are an Erin Condren lover and you have these notebooks, not your planner right now, we're not gonna talk about planners just yet. You can just grab your notebook. The one that I have is a productivity notebook, okay? Now, if you are coming to my channel and you don't have any of these items, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You can get a napkin, you can get a receipt, whatever you need to write and have the notes down, that's what you're gonna write on. All right, so let me show you a couple of sheets that would actually work very well for preparing and planning for back to school shopping. All right, so this is a weekly meal planner. I'm not going to use this like it's a weekly meal planner, but this sheet could actually guide you to what day you need to go shopping or what days that you plan to go to what store, okay? So that would be good, just so you have kind of a schedule in front of you and what stores on those days. You may even want to put the amount that you plan to spend, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. This right here, when it came out, it was assignment sheets. You could possibly put the name of the class and the items that your kid needs. That can go on there. Over here, your top 5. What are your top 5 things that need to be done in order to prepare for your kids to get ready for school, and the things that you need to do as a parent, okay? So you can put your top 5 things right there, your top goal and things to check off and take note. And I'm kind of going to give you some ideas of what you could put on here and some things that before you even step into a store, guys, you should actually have a plan. You use planners. We say that we're organized. This is the time to be organized, because you do not want to spend extra money that you do not have, especially if you are on a limited income. This is not the time to make little mishaps, all right? And lastly, if you have some of these project goal sheets, this sheet is actually good for planning as well. You have an overview, you have your subject, back to school preparation. You have your overview, kind of tell some notes of what you plan on doing. and then the steps to plan that, and then your action steps. When am I going to do A, B, C, or D? and what date does that need to be by, okay, y'all? So this formula can work with anything else, but as far as school shopping, you kind of want to have a plan. Now, before we, and here, I'm sorry, one more sheet. So much to do. You can list, if you're a list maker, you can list all the things that you need to do to prepare for your kids to go back to school. And then you can jot some extra notes on the side. And I believe on the back of here, it's the same thing, okay? That's that. Or you can be plain Jane, have some little grid paper, some line paper, some blank paper, and just get to writing. So these are ways that you can utilize the items that you have bought in the past and you're trying to be productive and use your stuff, okay? Shop your stash. So I wanted to show you those things. All right, so let's get into what are some of the first things that you need to do to prepare for back to school shopping. I'm not gonna use these sheets right now, y'all, because I just need to write this plain and clear so that you can see what needs to be done. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do, y'all, number one, you need to know when does school start. So step one is actually even knowing when does school start. At this point, I'm 2 weeks out over here. So when does school start? Once you find that date, that's going to actually help you with planning how long it's going to take you to prepare for school and when you want everything done. All right. So the first goal is to figure out when does school start. All right. So I know for me, it's going to be August 5th. All right. So that gives me about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, but 2 weeks to get everything done. All right. So number two, you are going to probably want to look at your schools, your child's website, see if they have an open house, check for school notifications. Okay. So you're going to want to check for school notifications. Check your emails. If you got anything in the mail, you want to check for that. Call your homegirls or other parents that you talk to and see that they get any information that you may not have received. All right. Because again, you do not want to go in the stores shopping blindly and you just don't have a plan and you're buying stuff that you really don't need. All right. So number one, when does school start? Two, check for school notifications. Within that, you're going to locate your school list. And with that school list, it can include, does your child have to wear uniforms? My son wears uniforms. So my shopping is going to be a little different from other people in reference to, I don't have to buy different outfits, but I do have to buy a certain amount of the same thing. Okay. Not only that, so you're going to locate the school list. You're going to either print it or save it on your phone. You're going to print or save that on your phone. Now, you're also going to look for and record important dates. And you're going to record those important dates in your planner and digital calendar. Okay. So if you have a calendar on your phone, everybody does, you're going to go in there. Oh, I just got real Georgia on. Oh, y'all, I just got real Georgia on y'all. Sorry. So you're going to record important dates in your planner and your digital calendar. Okay. I know a lot of you may be like, I'm all about paper. I'm all about paper. Listen, there are a lot of things that go in our planners that we end up not checking off because we just didn't pay attention. At this point, time is of essence. So you want to start putting dates inside of your calendar, setting the alarm so you have those reminders. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3. These are going to be your top 3 things. All right. 4, you are going to want to map out your task. Well, your tasks. You're going to want to map out your task that you need to do. Okay. Part of that will be deciding on your budget. So that's one aspect of preparing for back to school. How much do I want to spend on the things that my child or my children need? What is the amount that you are going to spend? Now, with that being said, are you going to have someone helping you with your back to school shopping? Okay, so I'm a single mom, and I know a lot of us single moms want to do the whole, I do this all by myself, and oh my God, I just don't know how I'm going to get through it. Y'all stop it. Just stop. At this point, own where you are. And again, like I said, y'all, I know some of you are probably married couples. It's not that I'm not speaking to you per se, but I am speaking to a certain market right now because this is who I identify with, and you'll still be able to use some other tips. Now, with that being said, back to my single mamas. I love y'all dearly, but let's stop playing the we're hurt card and we're doing it all on our own. There's probably 1% of women that are strictly doing it on our own. Not on our own, because I'm not doing it all on my own. There are probably about 1% of women doing it strictly by themselves. Outside of that, the rest of us, 99%, we have a system, okay? So if you have a system in place and you have people that are willing to help you, allow them to help you, and please stop trying to act like Superwoman. This is not the time, okay? You are shopping on a budget. You may need help. Be okay with asking for help, okay? So when you're mapping out your tasks, you're going to decide your budget. You're going to also not even decide. You are going to ask for help if needed, okay? So you're going to ask for help if needed, and you're going to make a list of those people that you probably are going to ask. For me, in my situation, I have a village, and they're like, hey, I'm going to get this for Ty. I'm going to get that for Ty. So at this point, I make a list. Now, all of that falls in within the budget that I'm setting. Even though I'm not spending all of the money, there is still a budget where I want to make sure that I'm not going to spend extra because somebody else is getting, if that makes any sense. All right. So you still want a budget. You're going to ask for help if needed. In addition to that, you're also going to want to follow up on any appointments that your child may need. If you need forms for school, you need to go ahead and get that. Do I need forms for school? Okay, and so a lot of this will come in where number 2 is, where you're checking for notifications. Did your school say you were missing anything? You want to make sure, do you need any forms for school? So if you go register and there are some things that you need to bring for the upcoming year, you want to make sure you have that, okay? I can't remember what year it is, but there are certain years that your kids' shop records have to be updated, okay? So you want to do that. So overall, what I kind of want y'all to understand is preparing for back to school is more than buying school supplies, okay? You have a lot of people that complain about back to school shopping and you forget about all the other elements of going back to school. All right, so you want to make sure that you have whatever forms you need. Do you need to follow up with anything that the office asks for? Other things, are you going to apply for reduced lunch, free lunch? Is this something that you need to apply for, or did you get any notification that you were approved for that? Okay, so I don't want any of you all to get so prideful that you don't apply for different programs that can help you. Another thing, you want to map out after school care. After school or before school. Okay, so is there going to be a fee associated with that? So do you need to readjust your budget for the upcoming school year? So for example, most of us, when summer gets out, we no longer have to pay for after school or before care. Now that school is about to start back in, we need to remember that, hey girl, this budget is about to change a little bit. Where do I need to put those things out? Okay, so when you're mapping out your task, what needs to be done to prepare for school? Another thing is, many of us have kids that are not on a schedule right now. So are you adjusting your kid's schedule? So adjust child's schedule. So if you're going to adjust your child's schedule, you want to figure out what do you need to do to adjust their schedule so that when the first week of school approaches, you are not fighting your kid to get up, and you're not even fighting yourself to get up. So even for me, my schedule needs to adjust. I need to go to bed a little bit earlier because this year it's going to be a little different for me. Before, I didn't have to take my child to school in the morning. Now I do. So that means some things need to change with me. So as you're preparing for back to school, you want to make sure that you're making the adjustments and you're writing down what those adjustments need to be, okay? So adjust child schedule as well as your own schedule, okay? So that is that. All right, so let's go back over what we have so far. So you have when does school start. If you do not know when school starts, you need to look it up and see when school starts. You also want to check for school notifications, locate school list, print or save. You also want to see when your open house is. When is open house? So if there is an open house, are you attending the open house? If you're not attending the open house, how are you going to have access to the information that you need? After that, you want to record those important dates in your planner. The first day of school, when the first payment is going to come out, if you're going to do before and after care. You're going to also put anything that's coming up again before school. Do they have a haircut that's coming up? Anything like that needs to be in your calendar with an alarm, because I promise you, a lot of people are going to get flustered within the upcoming week closer to school, all right? Then you want to map out your task. What are you going to do in week 1, week 2, and week 3? So have you noticed, we have not even talked about hitting the store yet, right? There's no point of hitting the store if you don't have a plan in place, all right? Now, yes, the sales are coming up. I know some stuff is going to run out. Yes, that's true, all right? But by the end of the week, we're already going to be rolling into what stores to go to, how to shop. But first, you need to have a plan in place, all right? With that being said, once you print or save the school shopping list, before you step in a store, you want to make a list of stores that you think you want to shop at. Now, once you make a list of those stores, you want to check online. So you want to check online. So you're going to want to check online sales. And you also can do, I cannot remember which site this is. You can compare certain stores to kind of see what's better. Another thing you want to do is look for digital coupons. And if you find the digital coupons, go ahead and download those digital coupons. So for example, you can download some with Kroger, you can download some with Publix. Those are places where you want to make sure you download that. I believe you can do it with Family Dollar as well. They have a digital app. Outside of that, you're going to make the list or print the list out of the school supplies, and you're kind of going to look at those stores and see what stores do you feel like you may get those things from. After that, y'all, you just need to put everything together, and then when you come back for the next video, we will discuss stores, how to shop, where to shop, what not to do, and prepare you for your shopping excursion, okay? Because one thing that people do is you go out there and you start picking up all of this stuff and you don't necessarily need the stuff. One last thing I would tell you to do, check at home. Check at home for supplies that you may already have. So you're going to check at home for supplies from the previous year. All right, so what I mean by that is every year I tend to buy a couple of extra items once certain things go on sale, and I put them away. And sometimes you forget about them. So you don't want to forget about those items. So there are like some composition books here, some folders, and I have some other things that I picked up for my son. So that is why you want to print your list out. Check the things that you have at home before you're running to the store. So these are the things that I would suggest that you start with today. You can work on this today and tomorrow. And when I come to you with the next video, we will start talking about how to shop smart, and how to save, and how to get over the frustrations of back to school shopping. Because remember, back to school shopping is not only school supplies. It is also clothing, and it's also food and some of the other things that you don't take into consideration. So make sure you kind of decide how much money you're going to want to spend, the dates that you want to go shopping when your child starts school. And these videos are actually going to coincide with when my child goes back to school, which is August 5th. So you'll have kind of 2 weeks full of information on how to shop for your child. So I hope that you got some valuable information out of this. I know this is not our traditional way you see videos, but go ahead and take those notes. And when we come back on the other days, I will actually have some stuff already planned out and show you how I am planning for my son's back to school series. I feel like it's a series, y'all. It's a series. I feel like it's a sport. It's a game. It's a whole deal that we're doing when these kids go back to school. All right. So make sure you take those notes, and we will be back on the next one. And if you hear a couple of little noises in the background, y'all, I'm sounding like those videos where they explain everything, but my child was in the background, okay, trying to tiptoe and eat and all that stuff. So nonetheless, I am thankful that you stopped by the video. Let's go ahead and get this back to school shopping thing done without the stresses and the worries. It's not necessary. As long as you are prepared and you have planned ahead of time, you will do fine. All right. Until next time.